baby. God just parted the clouds, sent down a heavenly strike of furious justice, and opened the safe for us. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Yep, that is a 357, and I am taking it. I don't care, Trudy, if you get robbed again. It's mine. Trudy's just gonna have to learn to get by with her fists or a secret compartment shotgun somewhere like a MacGyver. Now that we have looted the area around here, we shall now partake in the tutorial. Doc Mitchell said you could help me get my ship back together. That dog got a screw or two loose. It just broke. Pow! Gotta push the dog a little bit out of the room so it doesn't count as a human or a pair of eyes watching you. I think after this episode of Fallout, I'll work on the script a little bit more of my Twisted Metal review, and then after that, I might be. I don't know. I'll continue my Fallout New Vegas thing until I get to Ghost Town Gunfight. Then I'll honestly, we might just take a break from Fallout for a little while so I can focus on more important things. Gotta spray and pray. There's the dog. Try to turn up the distance rendering, it does not work. You got to do it outside the game or in the main menu when you have the textured or the options to mess with all that stuff. Because in game it does not change a thing until you save and quit. Now we're hunting geckos, so everyone be quiet. No lily lipping. Dog's tech. That dog's navigation module is probably busted up. She needs to be at least so close to Sunny. It's probably programmed into her. You can go so close or this far away from Sunny Smiles before you gotta run back to her or be right next to her. Alright, boys and girls. We're gonna be doing a bonk hit. Let's hope I don't die on the recorder again. Yep. Hunting gecko ain't nothing like it. Funny thing is that they could have just kept them as like the new mole rats or the basically you can find them all over the starting area, but there's breeds of them that scale with you, like the golden geckos. They straight up like poison you with radioactive radiation. Uh, yeah, sadly we do not save her. I would save Scum to save her, but we're on a time limit. Now we do the very finicky game of repair anything and everything until we can walk again. Now we are able to. Not yet. My mistake. Goddamn Timu type in PS2 capture card so I could try to figure out a way to get footage of my PS2 without it looking terrible. But either I go the Walmart route, which I hate Walmart. There is a long. We don't have a feud, but it's just I don't like Walmart. Oh boy. After you leave go so far, the game will just kind of, hey, are you sure you want to leave the tutorial area? Outside, we will not guarantee the experience you've been experiencing so far. You either go too far north or too far south, and you either hit the one right outside the. I can't remember where it is. Too far north. I know it's like right towards the bend where you turn, and then there's that small town filled with like Viper Gang or a gang. There's a whole area north of Good Springs that is just filled. I wanted to say fucking filled, but it is just filled with high end loot and high end enemies that will thoroughly wring your ass out. Like there's one chick that has a brass knuckles, a twin pair of brass knuckles called Love and Hate or Love and Pain, and she will TKO you with those fuckers if you let her get too close. Those things are deadly. Or honestly, if you have an unarmed character or you need a thing, unarmed play unarmed is underrated. Like, oh my god, you could like literally make it so your hands are deadly weapons. And at that point, no matter where or what you do, everyone is in danger. As long as you can get into a 2 foot range of anyone, you can rearrange their body parts or their face. It honestly might be my if I learn the the best way to not die from gunfights with unarmed, I might honestly go that route because Veronica inspires me to just run up and punch people. Ah, we are over encumbered again. And then after this guy, I think we level up a few more. There we go. Now we just dump a few into survival, or I guess not. We do speech. Speech is very useful, so honestly, yeah, dumping that money into speech is okay because you can basically talk your way out of most problems, or basically make it so no one messes with you with speech. I basically like to play as a Deadpool-esque character, a merc with a mouth, or a person that can talk their way out of more situations than they can shoot their way out of, but they honestly do enjoy talking their way out of shit. It's not a necessity to disarm them, but the 2 XP builds up, and any XP is good XP. That is Johnny Five Ace. He is a leftover or a unused character, I guess is the word. He's basically what Interplay or Obsidian was going to make out of a D&D-esque game, or I can't remember what the main story is, but they had like a game, a tabletop game where they did their own thing. They were playing like a D&D-esque situation with like time travel, space travel, conundrum, existential conundrums, all that kind of fun stuff. And Johnny Five Ace happened to come from one of those, and they didn't want to let him just disappear out of the ethos, so they at least shoved his corpse into Fallout New Vegas just so he would be remembered forever as the wild wasteland random encounter that gives you a nice pair of merc clothing. I think after either this episode or the next of Fallout, I'll start genuinely trying to finish up my Fallout or my Twisted Metal script because I'm going out and accumulating footage for what I want to show and what I want to compare and contrast and things I want to mention. And the first thing I will talk about is what Twisted Metal genuine, not genuinely, but condensed what is Twisted Metal and what is the games and what is the essence of what the fun part of the games are and how the show should have just been its own thing and just been a car apocalypse Mad Max show, not Twisted Metal. And I should save this for the review or the episode because I'm going to go over some of the best endings of the games. Uh, do a little footage of the first Twisted Metal, show you what the gameplay looked like, what the score was with that one. It, it's not a it's a fugly game. It's a ugly, but it's fun. I honestly can admit that when I finally got a few kills in it, it was genuinely some pretty fun combat and driving around. I didn't really get a lot of experience with the game, but from what I did get to do, it was really genuinely a really fun car combat, the first one. And I plan on doing Twisted Metal Black when I get my PS2 controllers working again or get a new controller. But genuinely, my plans are either finish up Fallout New Vegas, do the Twisted Metal, and then figure out how do I get PS2 footage without compromising quality, because I want footage comparable to this, but not blackbarred. And I'm gonna try to. I won't even mention that because I think if I get it done correctly, we won't even need to worry about the aspect ratio. But I am gonna fiddle around with the game's configurations and try to make it so it's a little more appealing to the eye. But until the final Good Springs, or not the final Good Springs quest, because you can just hang out around Good Springs, but the the last major plot point that happens in Good Springs. That's how long until how much I recorded at this with this view, and the first episode is ungodly because you can barely tell what's going on around the screen. God damn, I got spammed with its notifications. But yeah, looking up how much optical cord or something to get footage from a PS2, it seems that there's a few things, but they seem to have their own bit of downsides or own whatever. So getting PS2 footage is a goal, but it's not a necessity. It'd be amazing because I love PS2 games. They're my childhood. I grew up on those things, but if it's a possibility, we'll just do what we have and we will make do with the the games that we can record fairly simply and not have to worry about major mess ups, implosions, or major technical malfunctions again, because this is the second time I've actually had to do over this video because something went wrong the first time. So hopefully, last 9 minutes of this go over smoothly, and I can just click it and end it, and we will ship it and call it a day. I don't know. We're gonna definitely try to do the Lonesome Roads DLC because I hyped it up with the fucking thumbnail. I should not have emphasized Lonesome Roads because is not the main course of this thing. We're gonna do blood money first, if any DLCs in this time frame, because it takes a while to get to level 15. It's it's a few. We got a good 20 to 30 parts before we can think about doing a DLC. We're gonna at least go to Vegas once. We're gonna at least get a few 3 or 4 companions before we worry about doing a DLC. Because the more we mess around with DLCs, the more commitment it is to the New Vegas play. Yeah, get him, get him. Oh, we got him. We got Burton. He The first time I played this game, I fell for it. He was like, "Can you help me? My girlfriend's stuck up on the ridge." And I'm like, "Where's the girl? Is it Johnny? Is it Johnny 285 Ace? What the fuck? Where's the girl?" And then he comes up and says, "Hey, buddy, thanks for clearing the geckos, but I guess I need to clear off you now." Or he wants to kill you, and you literally killed things that he couldn't even bring himself to try to kill. So I don't know what he thought was going to happen. I just genuinely now just shoot him. Anyways, if we do commit to DLC, the my personal head canon is you do Blood Money, Honest Hearts, Old World Blues, and then Lonesome Roads. Lonesome Roads is what you play right when you're about to either finish up this game and go to the Hoover Dam. You're like, okay, I just downloaded this DLC, let's play it. Or you play it end game. You are about to make your decisions of who you're helping, and you are about to either commit to NCR, commit to Legion, commit to House, or commit to the Yes Man option, which is fun. I will grant you, but it does fuck over Vegas for the worst. But I honestly love doing the Yes Man. Do not tempt me. We will overflood the Mormon fort with so many helpless people that they will literally say, "Fuck it, we can't do it anymore," and just move out. We will do the best ending where New Vegas becomes Slum Vegas. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I gotta grab the Indiana Jones hat. I didn't even mention that last time. Yeah, that is a really good Easter egg or reference to the Indiana Jones movies. It's the fourth, fifth. I can't remember which one. He jumps into it. He's like in a nuclear testing site, and they're like, 5, 4, 3, and he's like, jumps into a fridge, even though that would basically like you cook him, or I can't remember what what the science said. All I know is that yeah, that don't jump into a fridge. You will suffocate. You will a number of things. It will not save you from a nuke. Anything else? I mean, it's more. I don't want to say it's comparable or more optimal, but you might as well just do duck and cover and hide under a desk from a bomb. That fridge is just gonna take a layer of heat off, and then you're gonna feel the rest of it as you're deep cooked in the fridge. Gotta kill all the coyotes. Uh, yeah, I feel bad about the babies. I wish there was like a way to pacify them, like in 4, but that's the technology. It was there. I'm sure someone modded that into the game, and that's where it came from. Because you know, Bethesda don't have no original thoughts in their brain. It's all what the community makes, and I'm genuinely depressed about the state of the Nexus mod manager, because that's where I get all my mods. That's where I rely on for my Fallout mods, and now it's apparently that's the worst place to get your mods because you're supporting a tyrannical company that wants to profit off of people's work that's not theirs, and they just literally it's like a it's literally why committed to like not. Oh man, it just makes me sad. I mean, I'm sure there's other mod sites. You want to go cringe, you can just talk about the cringy ones like Lovers Lab and all those ones for all your terrible Skyrim mods. Oh god, we should play Skyrim sometime. That would be a fun game to mess around with, or try to do a Skyrim playthrough with my computer. Might mod it, might not. Who knows? Anyways, I'm gonna split this up and speed up the last few minutes of this so you just enjoy yourself and enjoy the fast walk back to town. But you take care, have a good one, and see you next time on Fallout.